What's up today, my fellow Madden soldiers? So what I'm going to be speaking about right now is career mode in Madden 22. I know what a lot of you guys are thinking right now is, when did a career mode come out in Madden 22? Did not hear about it. No one's speaking about it. Whatever the case may be, I'm pretty sure some people may want it, but they haven't spoke about it, right? So the reason why I'm bringing this up, because even though there's not technically a tab or a section where you go, okay, I'm going to use this player and start a career off. However, there's certain features in MUT, well, it's going to be in MUT 22 now, where you can actually create your own career mode. And I'm going to go ahead and show it to you guys right now what I'm talking about. As you can see right here on this player, it says stats are not available at this time. So what's going to happen is you're going to get a card, say for instance someone like Derrick Henry, and it's going to say stats not available at this time because you haven't used the card for nothing. You open it in the pack, you bought it off the auction block that someone sold that hasn't been used on the field, CPU, whether online or whatever the case may be. But once you start using this card, what's going to happen is his stats are actually going to go up. Rushing touchdown, rush attempts, and so forth, right? So this is going to be available on current gen and next gen also. The only thing that's not going to be available on current gen is only like a few features when it comes to tracking stats on players. I just want to highlight that to you guys, and I will be showing you guys during this video right here what I'm talking about and what's going to be available on current gen and next gen, just so you guys know. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, if next gen gameplay is not all that, I'm going to go back to current gen, because I'm not going to sit here and stress myself over gameplay that's not good because it's not up to par. But if it is good, I'm going to stick to next gen. Anyways, so another thing too is the extra stats that are going to be available are really not that extravagant, but it's still cool to have to be able to check it out. So anyways, I'm going to show you guys that right now and show you guys how this intermingles with career mode in MUT 22. So anyway, so Derrick Henry does not have stats, right? So how would you be able to create a career mode in Madden 22? Well, based on stats. That's what you're going to do. You're going to get someone like Derrick Henry, someone like Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and be like, look, this card has no stats, and if it does stats, I'm going to tell you guys how I'll go about that later to keep track of current stats. So you're going to be like, look, even though this game don't have career mode right now in MUT, this is how I'm going to go about making my own career mode. I got Derrick Henry. He has no stats. I'm going to be like, okay, well, once he gets like 500 rushing touchdowns, this many receiving yards, or whatever the case may be, however you want to go about using them. And if you want, like, say for instance, just on online gameplay, you're going to be able to read that. If you want it online gameplay in CPU, then you're going to be able to read that too. Most likely it'll be more fun if you just put online gameplay, just to see how much how good he's going to actually be when it comes to online gameplay. Keep track of his stats, and that will make it basically like a somewhat career mode. So you're gonna basically set your own quota of what you want this card to do. Once you meet that quota, then his career ends, and you can restart it, or you can use another card to start that career mode. So let me go ahead and go to the second screenshot of this. So now look at, after this card's been used, just to show you guys, you see rushing right here. It says rushing attempts, 4 rushing attempts, rushing yards, rushing touchdowns 1, rushing yards is 39. Kralo used this as an example to show you guys, because I guess he said he played like a solo or whatever the case may be, and just to show you guys an example of stats. So if this was actually online, it would actually say the same thing, but this one's versus CPU, so it's saying CPU, right? Rushes 20 yards, which I think that's a great feature, because just keeping track of stats alone is pretty good, but knowing that they differentiate between online versus CPU and versus current and all time is actually pretty awesome, because you'll be able to create your own, like I said, career mode. So anyway, so this is the basically against the CPU, right? So you probably may not want to trip on all of them, but like, say for instance, like, hey, I want to keep track of my rushing yards, how much fumbles I get, rushing touchdowns and so forth. You'll probably keep track of certain ones and be like, after I achieve this much, then this guy's career end. Then you guys could do something like, okay, mid-career and so forth, just to make it more interesting for you guys when it comes to actually grinding out MUT, because you have a card, you're doing so much with it, and you're not really understanding, like, man, how good is it? I know this card is good, but how good is it in comparison to other cards? You're going to be able to do all that with these cards. You're going to be able to look at this card and also look at it's going to tell you other stats of other cards of the same card to show you guys how good it's doing. How about you're the only one with this card is actually doing the best? This card that you have is a top one. That's actually pretty awesome when it comes to keeping track of the stats. Once again, this is all tailoring towards what I'm telling you guys about, creating your own career mode when it comes to Madden 22. If you guys look at it as, oh wow, that's not career mode, no, I want an actual career mode, okay, that's cool. But if you guys really want to create your own career mode and you guys really want that in Madden 22, you can actually do that. Once again, keeping track through stats and so forth, right? Another thing that's going to open up when it comes to like certain challenges you guys want to create for yourself, like, hey, if I make this much rushing touchdowns, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade Derrick Henry. Make it more interesting, make it more fun for you guys. I can actually do content on that for you guys, just so you guys know what's going on, because it's basically is keeping track. But this is specifically for career mode. You could create your own career mode, right? Now we got Davante Adams, right? You see right here, once again, this card was used on the CPU just to show you guys how it keeps track of stats. So it got receiving catches, it got 2 receiving catches, receiving yards 88, receiving yards after each catch is 3. So it's like really keeping these stats pretty good. So once again, off Davante Adams, you can actually make your own career mode off him and be like, hey, these are the top 10 stats that I want to keep track of. If he supersedes these or if he reaches them, then bam, his career is over with. And after that, I'll go ahead and reset it, and then I'll go ahead and start another one, or get a new card and start another one to make it more fun for you guys. So once again, you guys could create your own career mode in MUT 22, because you're able to keep track of stats, which is very vital when it comes to someone's career, right? That's how you, throughout the years, you keep track of their stats. Same thing with these cards. They're giving you ability to make your own career mode, keeping track of stats. As the longer you have the card, the more stats the card will obtain. The more you use it, the more stats he will obtain. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys right here. If you guys really want a MUT career mode in MUT 22, you guys got it now. You guys could create your own off any card, off any player. You guys could get any player. I don't know if they didn't show no lineman or anything like that, but if they do, I'm pretty sure the lineman might have some stats. How many block shits he come through, whatever. You could keep track of mostly every card from what I know, right? And that is actually pretty cool. Next card, Fred Warner. You're going to see tackles for loss 1, tackles assist 2, solo tackles 2, fumble recovery yards 5, forced fumbles 2. So you're going to see all this stuff. And like, once again, if you want to keep track of his career stats, you're going to be able to do it. And once you set your certain amount of stats you want to complete and certain objectives you want to complete with the card, then that completes his career mode, whatever it is you want to do. Once again, you could actually use this card to create your own career mode. Next, look, here we go. We're here, Patrick Mahomes, 146 passing yards, 3 pass completions. Like I said, these are just real simple ones, but this can actually go on and on and on. Like you could get 20,000 passing yards, 100,000 passing yards, whatever it is you want to complete. But I would recommend you more so to do it against online, which you'll be able to see how much he does online, because it makes it more interesting. Like, man, I was able to use this card for 1,000 or 100,000 passing yards. That's pretty cool, because that may basically have a deciding factor in you even keeping the card, because of how much steps you're able to accomplish with it. So right here is what I was telling you guys about before that I was going to bring up to your attention. On next gen, on current gen, all the ones that are not highlighted, you're going to be able to get on current gen. On next gen, the one that's highlighted in green, that's going to be on next gen. That won't be on current gen, just to let you guys know it says next gen stats, right? So you'll be able to get most of them besides a couple of them, which is longest passing yards 65, average time to throw milliseconds 3.5. So it's going to show you these 2 stats when it comes to next gen stats. That's pretty cool, but if you have current gen, that's not really a big reason to go ahead and switch over. But later on, depending on what features they introduce, maybe it will be. But right now, hey, it's something, but it's no big thing to hurry up and switch over just for those couple of stats. And that's not going to affect you if you want to create your own career mode in MUT. It's not a big thing to go switch over to want to do this. But if that's something real big that you want to do, then go ahead and convert to next gen console. So here's another one right here. When it comes to next gen stats: longest rushing yards after first hit, longest time behind what LOS was that loss? I don't know what LOS. I don't know if that's supposed to be loss or something else. But whatever the case may be, these are next gen stats that you'll be able to keep track of if you have next gen. If not, look at majority of the stats you're going to be able to keep. So these other ones are not a big one, but it's cool to have them. But it's not a big thing, right? Just to highlight to you guys, just in case you guys want to know. Once again, longest passing yards, air distance, average time to throw, milliseconds. That's another next gen stats. So that's going to be it when it comes to the next gen stats. That they actually, so like I said, there's not a lot, so it's not a big reason to upgrade to next gen if you don't got it yet. It's no big thing. And once again, I might even go back to current gen if the gameplay and all that and next gen. But once again, the whole reason why I'm creating this video is to let you guys know, technically there's not a career mode in MUT 22. They didn't actually have a tab to go to in order to create a career mode and make it interesting like that. But if you want to get creative and you actually really like the thought of career mode, you guys can actually create your own career mode just based on the stats of just based on the fact that you could keep track of each card's stats, and you can make your own quota of what you want to complete with that card and make your own career mode off that, right? Which I'm going to be doing, right? I'm going to be doing stuff like that because they're able to keep track of stats. It's going to open up a wide variety of me to get real interesting and real technical when it comes to actually doing content, having fun on Madden and so forth so forth, right? So whatever, if you guys really like the concept of career mode in MUT 22, this is one of the concepts you can use to actually create your own career mode and then go from there and then make it interesting. You might expound upon that, and if you guys do and you have other ideas when it comes to what I'm telling you guys, then please go ahead and let me know, because there's a lot you could do, because it's keeping track of stats. There's a lot you could do with these cards, which I'm very interested in actually getting to do. But anyways, there it is there. That's my idea of MUT career mode when it comes to creating it once MUT 22 drops, and I'm looking forward to it. So if you guys really like this concept of what I'm doing, then please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also put it in the comment section. Let me know, like, I like that, but you could also be able to do this with these cards or whatever the case may be. But let me know in the comment section if you like this concept. If you don't, then say, hey, I don't like it, I really don't care for it, I'd rather have actual career mode, which we all do. But just let me know in the comment section. I appreciate you guys' time. Drop a like on the video. If you guys didn't subscribe to the channel, there will be more great amazing content coming your way. You guys all have a nice day. I'm out.